Hello and very welcome and good afternoon to everybody who's listening to us today. Today we have Bannan B, who is a fundraising manager for Rural Women Development Trust, which was established in 2005. They're based out of Salim, Tamil Nadu. Thank you for joining us, Bannan. Thank you so much
Yes.
for giving your time. So
Uh,
why don't you tell me a bit more about yourself and how did you come across RWDT?
yes. Good afternoon, all. Rural Women Development Trust in Salem district is founded with community rural community women, those who are vulnerable for most discrimination and poverty. Here, community-based women, Mrs. Alamelu and other 4 members started the Rural Women Development Trust in 2005. Since from start, it is working for women and children education and women economic development here. Particularly in rural villages of Salem district, comprises the Dalit people called Arundadiyar. Arundadiyar is one of the most vulnerable population and discriminated in the name of caste system, and also they have no any income generation resources, so they are working as a most of the population are working as daily wage workers and living with small wages from that daily income. Due to these income constraints, they got loans for their basic needs, and many of them migrated to work as a bonded laborer in brick lanes and kite making and agriculture farms in nearby states and districts also. Since 2005, Rural Women Development Trust rescued more than 1,850 families from bonded labor system. Last month also we have rescued a family with 4 members in Bricklin. They were forced to work as a bonded laborer. The 4 members were rescued from that bonded labor system with support of district administration, and RWDT made rehabilitation steps for them and get relief amount 30,000 for them. These kind of works are mainly doing in Salem district. Also to prevent the children from child labor and bonded labor system, RWDT conducts evening special coaching center in 27 villages. About 2,000 children are benefiting through these centers. We also supported for them educational materials such as notebooks, uniforms, and school bags, etc. for the children. Because of the poverty, many of the children are dropped out from schools. They become child labor or bonded labor. So prevent them, we are conducting these child knowledge centers and motivating them to continue the education. And also we are working for the worker rights. Here, most of the spinning mills, Salem district have a lot of about 125 big spinning mills. They involve the women, rural women, as a daily worker, not a regular worker. They are involved as a temporary worker for minimum wages 250 to 300 rupees, like that. For that woman, we organized the women and working with government and the employers to get at least living wages, right wages, and work environment should be safe and secure. For that purpose, we are working in this Salem district. So we in this 3 main thematic areas: rescued bonded labor rehabilitation and worker rights and children education are the main thematic area for our organization. 2019 onwards, I joined as a fundraising manager. I supported this organization for raising funds through individual donors such as crowdfunding platforms, global giving and Give India like that. And also supporting to write proposal and getting small grants through our efforts. These kind of works are we are doing here, sir.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Bannan.
Thank
Very
you. Thank you.
interesting to know, because it's so important that for people to also know that till now bonded labor exists, at a very large area, right? And we are not very aware of these things happening, but your trust is really working with all these
Yes, sir.
marginalized community people.
Last month also we have rescued one family from bonded labor systems. So as per our view, we find these kind of bonded labor. There are many bonded labors maybe in the district and state itself.
So how do you get to know that something like that is happening?
Yes, sir. Our volunteer and staffs are working in the villages, they searching some details, data, and find out the missed families from that data. Or during the village meeting, they find out where is the people missing from this village. So they identified where they are working, and also if they go workplace 2 years, 3 years, they will not return to the home. So that kind of people will be identified and searched where they are and asked to relieve. First, we asked the owners to relieve them. They refused. So we complained given to our revenue divisional officer RDO and a team here. We are the member of one stop crisis team, particularly for rescuing the bonded laborer and rehabilitation. With that help of district administration and one stop crisis team, we go that place and rescued the bonded laborer and give the rehabilitation certificate for them.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. That's such a beautiful story, for us. We don't know them, but for somebody who's gone through this for such a long time, it's so nice for them to finally get out of this situation and, be able to live a better life. So, kudos to you and your team for, doing these things for them. Just want to know, I'm very curious, how did you start? How was the organization started? Was there a personal reason behind it, or like what's the story behind your founder starting this? And if you could also share his or her name as well.
Yes, our founder is Mrs. Alamelu. She is a graduate from commerce and completed diploma course in cooperative science. When she also from Dalit Arundadir community, when her childhood, she met a lot of untouchability issues and discrimination. During that time, their parent also working as a bonded laborer in agricultural farm. In that time, when her parent got smallpox, smallpox, they were unable to work at the time. So to compensate this work, the farm owner came to her house and brought her brother and her to work in the farm. During that time, more than 1 year or 2 years, she was worked there. She was forced to work as a child labor to feeding cattle and agriculture, small farmers. In that time, her teacher found she was missing. So she searched her and find and approached her parent to where she has gone, like that. So her teacher identified that place and rescued. During the time, her teacher asked to relieve her. That farm owner not accepted and fighted with her teacher, and some beatings are there. After a struggle, he released her and her brother and again joined in her school. So during that time, from the time onwards, her teacher also motivated to her and work to your community, because your community is very low level and working as a bonded labor, daily worker, manual scavengers. You know, here 90% of manual scavengers are from Dalit community, Dalit Arundhati community. They are only engaged for manual scavenging, sweeping works, cleaning works. So the dignity is affected for this community. So you have to work for this community upliftment, like such that encouragement was given by her teacher. After completed the degree, she started to work with similar-minded people and started this organization, Rural Women Development Organization, Rural Women Development Trust. In the beginning, she involved mainly for right-based works for struggling for community entitlement, untouchability against double tumbler system. In T-subs, they are practicing double tumbler system. In that such ways, she struggled for, made a struggle for them. And after that, she mainly concentrated rescued bonded laborer and women empowerment, women and children empowerment. Because of poverty and illiteracy, they are working as a bonded labor. So the livelihood income generation is important. So mainly she involved to generate income resources, make them as a self-entrepreneurs, hire making and small trades, vegetable vending, and small grocery shops, idli shops. Such shops were established for these women. About 1,000 women were developed as a self-entrepreneur in hair making and small micro trades, cow and cattle rearing. These kind of small micro trades were developed for them.
That's very inspiring,
Yes.
coming that she has gone through something and she wants to make sure that, the community doesn't have to going forward, through the things that she had to go through.
Yes.
It just like for me, I'm just having goosebumps right now, just knowing, what kind of a journey it would have been, like especially working with the marginalized community where people don't have a lot of awareness, or there is some kind of discrimination still that exists,
Yes.
with people, working with people like this, and knowing that there's so many women, so many children who are now becoming self-dependent, becoming more aware about their rights, about like setting up shops, like you said, like the illy shops, or like any of these things. They've come a huge way, and I don't think that would have been possible without like a trust, like if RWT didn't exist. So it's so nice to hear that. I want to know, also understand about your journey. How did you come across RWDT, and what made you to connect to this cause and go forward with it?
Since I have completed my post graduation in Master of Engineering, since 2007 onwards, I was involved in this CSO organization as a volunteer here and Erode district. 2000 onwards, I was involved in this social work, in voluntarily working, apart from my regular work. After that, 2019 pandemic, people are affected more, and regular livelihood were affected. So that time the RWDT need more support, and more people are affected here, and many women lost their husbands and children like that. During that time, I was left from my job as a working as a lecturer in private colleges, left from job and supported to volunteerism to this organization for raising more funds from individuals, my friends and my known circle. From that onwards, we rescued, we raised about 30 lakhs for rehabilitation for this rural people, and supported dry ration and clothes and medical support in that time. So that from that onwards, organization need my support to continue as a full-time worker and raise funds for their beneficiaries. So I have joined here, working as a fundraising manager. After that, I developed a website as per my knowledge, and regular updating and Facebook and other social media such as LinkedIn. We have raised, and also I launched a campaign in global giving platform. We
Right.
are raising small funds.
That's
So
very good to know.
yeah.
So I just want to dive a little deeper into the fundraising aspect, because that's why, that's where you majorly help the trust. What is the biggest challenge that you face, when it comes to, because we all know that it's very hard to raise funds, especially in the social sector, right? So what is it that you find a little challenging in getting these funds?
There are many challenges are there.
A major one, the one you.
Yeah, major one means we yeah, everything including social media and websites to be updated with sufficient data and as per current scenario. But that kind of people for making proper website, proper social media, that kind of people are not available with small organizations. So we are hiring people for that purpose.
Right.
That people are not supported regularly. They are launching website after they disappearing for 1 year or 6 months. So this is the one difficulty for challenging. Also, here for approaching individual donors means here rural community have lack of individual donors, but we are in rural area, not such a big city to meet easily the people.
Right.
If we are in cities, it is easy to meet the people, Rotary clubs and other clubs, associations like that. So if we go for that purpose only, it will take 1 or 2 days for making a single activity.
Right.
So it is also a challenge. And apart from that, the CSR fund is not able to get such as our organization, because of they have some
Limitations.
screening purpose, a lot of procedures. We have to give presentation. We have to go and meet the high officials. That getting appointment is difficult to us, because we are here. No, we are having no any linkage with that CSR or such a big industry peoples. These are very difficult to raising funds. We are depending on small funds from foreign contribution, FCRA funds and other regular donors.
Right. Thank you. So I believe CSR, making that community or network with the people to be able to get that funds, is something which, the organization finds a little challenging. And also in terms of social media and website, finding the right people who can stick long enough to, promote the organization and also build the website is something that we find challenging. Sure. So thank you so much. I think that's it from my end, Bannan. Thank you so much for taking out the time for this conversation with me. We wish you the best for your organization, and we hope that you keep transforming more and more lives as you move forward and keep growing and expanding, so that not only like people in Salim, they benefit from it, but the whole of India can benefit from the kind of work that you are doing. So thank you so much for taking out the time today.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time and interaction with me. Here, Toolbox also supported to make a pitch deck. It is also very helpful for us. And also I am attending the regular meetings given by the toolbox. It is also very helpful us. Thank you for thank you for all.
Thank you so much. We're so
Thank you,
glad
sir.
to be partnering with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.